Hey, Tommy. So I want to put together a quick video for you as far as an workout option is concerned while I'm away. So here's what we can do, man. To keep it real simple, here's my recommendation, is we'll start off with a set of swings. We'll do a circuit, right? And we'll circuit through a set of swings, a set of single leg squats, push-ups, and like kind of how we've been doing that dead stop push-up, or at least limiting your range of motion onto that block or onto, I think you've got a foam roller in your warehouse at home that you can use to reduce your range of motion. TRX row and a hollow hold or get up, or that partial get up that we've been doing. So hey man, let's just dial in just as a bit of review, right? That your swings, you've got, if I remember correctly, you've got your both bells are really light for you, but you can make it more challenging by, again, just doing high reps, right? I think you got a 35, right? So I would go, God man, Tommy, honestly, you can go up, you can do 15 to 20, you can go up to 25. And honestly, man, I've even done sets of, I've really limited to no more than 25, but I've done even sets of 50 with a really light bell one time. But so I think, make sure if you do go higher reps like that, stop when you can no longer maintain that quick, sharp inhale back and exhale forward when you start to lose your breath. Or obviously it starts to break down and you start to use your arms to pull it up, or you start to arch with that back. But have some fun with it, man. Get yourself out of breath. That's really, really the key. Think about your swings as like running sprints. Then from there, man, let's do that single leg skater squat that we sometimes do. And this is, man, this is where you can use your dumbbell. God, Tommy, I think that we've used anywhere between from 8 to 12 kilos, which is roughly anywhere between like 16 to 24 pounds. So, I think the lightest kettlebell you have is the 30. You can play with it and try it for sure. But or you can grab one of your dumbbells, right? One of your lighter dumbbells and do that same thing. And this is, again, just that single leg, right? You can always kickstand this toe as needed, but right, we're gonna hold that dumbbell or kettlebell in this position right here. This is just that slow on that way down. Little pause. Exhale, drop up and out. As I'm thinking about this, you can always, if you end up choosing the dumbbells, a fun way to do this as well, it's a little less challenging balance-wise, and you can load yourself a little heavier, is to just, again, take your dumbbells here. Again, slowly lower, stopping right roughly where my knees are at 90 degrees, my hips at 90 degrees, right? No deeper than I could, I could jump out of, right? Again, that big thing is that slow on that way down, little pause, exhale up and out. Slow on that way down, little pause, exhale up and out. All right, man, moving on. Your push-up, right? So the next thing we'll do, and honestly, Tom, man, you can use your TRX for your push-up as well. But I do like having you kind of play with the push-ups, and a lot of it's going to depend too, how much space you have in the warehouse at the time, and how clean it is, and how dirty you want to get. If the floor is real dirty, you may not want to get down there. But we can use your foam roller or something like that block to limit your range of motion. And again, man, what we've been doing, right? And as you know, we're going to make your plank position, right? We're going to lock out the knees, squeezing the quads. We're going to squeeze the butt, think quarter between the cheeks. We're going to engage that core, right? Tuck that pelvis. You're going to break that bar like we do with your bench press, lift through the sternum, and we're going to corkscrew the floor, right? Inhale, little pause, exhale, drop up and out. Inhale, little pause. If you want, pick up the hands, exhale, drive up and out. So, man, your push-up. The next thing we're going to do is those, let's do your inverted rows or your TRX rows. And I kind of like you doing these, man. We did this the other day where we did this somewhat dynamically. And I think that it may be a little tricky because your TRX is on your pull-up bar and that comes out a little bit. But what you can do, man, what we do is we had you go pretty deep, put a soft bend in your knees, and really drive up. And think more power. man, the last thing we're going to do in your circuit is a hollow hold or that partial get up. And just to review, I mean, this is all stuff that you know, but just to review, right, that hollow hold is, right, we're lifting head, neck, and chest like you would in a crunch, chin tucked. We're looking at those heels. Again, slight tuck in the pelvis, back's nice and flat, the ribs are down. Wrapping like this, we're going to extend on out. Just ratcheting that core with each exhalation. Again, we'll inhale, bring it in. And lift. 15 to 20 exhalations. Right, that sharp, crisp breath. And we're going to do 3 sets, 15 to 20 exhalations. That's considered one round. All right, Tommy, I'm just thinking of anything else. Oh, and that get up. If you want, man, really, again, up to you, whatever you prefer to do. And a lot of it depends on the space in the warehouse. But that get up, that partial get up, right, is this guy. Right, we're driving through the foot, we're pulling through the toe, we're driving through the hand, up onto the elbow, up onto the palm, back down to the elbow, lower back down to the shoulder. Up onto the elbow, up onto the palm, back down to the elbow, back down to the shoulder. And with that, just go 5 repetitions on each side. So, hey man, as far as organizing this, what I would recommend is that you always kind of, to a certain extent, undercut your effort. And I'll get into that in just a second, but I would organize it as a circuit. As you know, man, as we typically, you hear me preach all the time, I would let your breathing normalize to the point where you could sing a song or hum a tune between each exercise, right? Make sure you're fresh before you start the next lift or next exercise, right? So you're performing optimally. And then definitely before starting another circuit. So again, you'll do your swings, you'll do your push-ups, you'll do your TRX row, you'll do whatever core exercise you choose, right? And then again, you're gonna recover maybe just a little bit longer and then cruise back through. Now, if you choose to do this, man, what I would recommend is like 2 to 3 days a week, but I would vary the volume. And what I mean by that is like, let's say, depending upon how much time you have too, and energy level, right? I would go like, let's just say you choose Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I would go make Monday be your light volume day or your low volume day. And what I mean by that is maybe you do 3 circuits, or you do, let's say you do 3 circuits. On Wednesday, we make it your high volume day. And let's say maybe you do even anywhere between like 6 to 8 circuits. And then on Friday, we make it your moderate volume day. And maybe you do anywhere between 4 to 5 circuits. So let's just say, just real simple, and you don't have to do this, you can vary it any way you want, but let's say we go 3 on Monday, 8 on Wednesday, and 5 on Friday. Just as an example. So you're varying the volume, or you're weighting the volume. Again, man, I would undercut your effort a little bit. And what I mean by that is, like, if you find that you can easily do, I think you're doing like 15 of those dead stop push-ups now. Leave at least 2 to 3 in the tank. So maybe you do 12 instead of 15, or you do 10 instead of 12. And then really, I'd go across the board on that, because you want the first rep of your first set to look just as crisp and as clean as your last rep on your last set. I hope that's helpful, man. Again, as always, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'll get back to you. All right, Tommy, I'll see you in a couple weeks.